will live in infamy.
We are now in this war. We're all in it, all the way.
Thousands and thousands of Chinese communists came into Korea.
Our full commitment to the people and to the government of South Vietnam.
We know there are hazards there. No one can feel more deeply about the loss of life.
Just 2 hours ago, Allied air forces began an attack on military targets in Iraq and Kuwait.
Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack.
American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq.
On behalf of a grateful nation, welcome home.
When I was 15, I joined the horse cavalry outfit. We went in on a Friday night to the armory, and the first sergeant said, "How old are you?" And we said 15, 15, 15. He says, "March them around the block one time," and we came back 18, 18, 18. At Fort Lewis, Washington in 1939, I went on maneuvers with Lieutenant Colonel Eisenhower and Major Mark Clark. And that was the first time since World War I my whole cavalry division had been together. After a series of assignments throughout the United States, I was sent to England in 1943. I was with the 351st Bombardment Group. Who should I wind up with but my lieutenant, Lieutenant Llewellyn from cavalry days. He grabbed me, and within 24 hours, I was transferred to London to the Stars and Stripes. When the invasion was imminent, he called me in one day, and he had managed to get some Stars and Stripes people. And he said that I'd give my right arm to go, but they said I'm too valuable. He said, "You're going to lead them." We went across Omaha Beach, D3. Went into Carenton, and everybody saw us as we were going down the highway, and the tanks were dug in and fighting these pillboxes. 28 days after the initial landing, we had published the first Continental edition of Stars and Stripes. Our only orders from Eisenhower was to get the newspaper to the frontline troops no more than 3 days late. And how we did it was up to us. We wound up near the tail end of the war using captured German vehicles with a white star painted on them so our own troops didn't shoot at our circulation men. When we heard the false report that Paris was in control of the French forces in the interior, I jumped in the Jeep and the driver and I headed for Paris. We're sitting in a cafe there, drinking wine and watching as the German Tiger tanks came out of haystacks, and we were in the middle of a tank battle. So we stayed there that night, and early the next morning we moved into Paris. And so we found the New York Herald Tribune plant intact. One of the Paris newspapers that carried a front page story in the Liberation issue about me, the first American in Paris. And later I got the French Croix de Guerre with Gold Star. Really, I was lost and joined the French tanks for safety. I entered Frankfurt with the tank destroyer battalion, the liberation of Frankfurt. We were hoping to get the Frankfurter Zeitung, but it had been leveled by our Air Force. 15 kilometers down the highway, we saw the Funkstatter Brewery. In one of the warehouses was an auxiliary plant. We got the plant going again, and that was our first edition inside Germany. At the peak, we had still an edition in London, one in Marseille, another one in Paris, and two in Germany. We were turning out over 500,000 newspapers a day. We were one of the biggest newspapers in the world.